Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and in this video series of preparing for an interview part 3. In my previous video, I have discussed about an example project and various blocks within that project and interconnection between those blocks. So if you have not seen that video, please go and check out. To understand that project or that example project in more detail, we should be familiar with the basics of electronics, and hence we are here with this video where we will talk about basics of electronics. To start with the basics of electronics, first let us discuss about what is an electrical signal. In generic terms, an electrical signal can be defined as a time variation of an electrical parameter which carries some information from input to output or from one section of the hardware design board to the other section of the hardware design board. And in more generic terms, let me explain that, for example, we have an application where our project or our product needs to read the temperature of the environment and display it on an LCD screen. It's a very simple project, and hence what this project will consist of, it will consist of a transducer, a signal processing section, readout. A transducer is something which will have the electrical components within itself and has the capability of converting that environmental temperature into some electrical parameter or electrical signal. So this transducer converts the environmental temperature into an electrical signal, maybe in the form of electrical voltage. And that electrical signal is transmitted to the next section called signal processing section. And in this section, it compares its predefined value if the temperature is more or less, or based on the application requirement, it processes the electrical signal data or information and then transmits that information or sends the instruction to an LCD controller or a readout display where that information is being transmitted, and this particular section will have an LCD or a buzzer which displays that temperature, or a buzzer makes a pre-recorded audio noise. So that temperature value is now understood or read out by the observer. So that's how the major role of an electrical signal and how electrical signal plays its role in a hardware design. In electronics, there are basic electrical quantities which can be described as potential, whose unit is volt, and symbol can be E and V. Quantities such as charge, electrical charge, whose unit is coulomb, symbol is Q. Another quantity is current, ampere, and symbol is I. Power, whose unit is watt, and symbol is P. Resistance, whose unit is ohms, and symbol is R. Capacitance, farad, whose unit is farad, and symbol is C. Inductance is another electrical quantity whose unit is Henry and symbol is L. Frequency, unit is hertz, symbol is F. Time, unit is second, symbol is T. We will be discussing about each and every quantity in detail, but first let us discuss about the two most important electrical quantities or most generic basic electrical quantities of electronics, that is voltage and current. So the voltage and current, if it is a constant, that is its amplitude or its magnitude or its amplitude is constant, it is not changing with time, then it is called as DC. If a voltage or a current is changing periodically and is time dependent, then it's called AC. And a voltage or current which is non-repetitive but it is varying with time or it's a time dependent, it's called transient. So that's how the various categories within the voltage or current. So it could be voltage or current could be DC, AC, or it could be a transient signal. Alright. So the most basic variety of an AC signal is sine wave. You can see here in this diagram, the sine wave, this is a voltage, or if you talk about voltage, this is a voltage axis, vertical is a voltage axis, and horizontally it is called time axis. And this is the amplitude of the signal. So this amplitude of the signal is changing with time. So it is increasing with time and again decreasing, comes back to zero reference. It's a zero reference, 0 volts or 0 current, and it is going to the negative side of the amplitude, and this is a positive side, and this is the negative side. So the voltage or the amplitude of the voltage or current is changing with respect to time. It is increasing and then decreasing, reaches to 0 and goes back to the negative side of the graph and again increasing. So this cycle, so it's a complete cycle now. See, it is going to the positive side and going to the negative side, and again it is increasing, again going to the positive side and again going to the 0 and again going to the negative side and again increasing towards the positive side. So you can say from here to here, this is one cycle, right? And this one cycle is again repeating again. So the same signal is repeated again, right? And again it has repeated once more. So this signal continuously repeats itself periodically after the same interval of time. And this sine wave needs three quantities to define itself. It needs amplitude, it needs frequency, and phase. Let me discuss about phase in more detail. So this change in amplitude describes the sine wave, what is the, how the voltage or the amplitude of the signal is being changed, and the frequency is can be defined as number of cycles per second. So consider this is the time duration of 1 second. So just measure or count the number of cycles within the 1 second of time period. You can see that there are 3 cycles repeating within a 1 second. Hence, the quantity for this, the frequency quantity for this signal would be 3 Hertz. Yes. So the frequency, as it is defined in the electrical quantity, that frequency, the unit of frequency is Hertz. So that's how the frequency can be defined as number of cycles per second. So in 1 second, how many cycles are repeating? And this signal has various amplitudes at different moments, and hence it is, for any signal, it is convenient to define that signal in terms of its average quantity, and that average quantity is called as root mean square or RMS voltage or current, whose formula is ERMS is equal to under root of E square bar, where bar is the time average. And